Okay, with 3 months out of the year already gone, which is crazy, I swear it was just January, we are here to talk about the upcoming horror films I'm excited for. And April, honestly, pretty packed. Not only are we getting a new Black Mirror season, we're getting a bunch of good horror films that I am already so hyped for. So let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button, follow us for all things you love in pop culture. We talk TV shows, movies, and all the stuff in between. So, first and foremost, a Screamboat movie. Yes, Steamboat Willie, of course, we know is the latest IP that is just being taken back and forth. Now, I'm normally not the one that's like gonna talk about IPs here and be like, yes, let's go watch this new movie that's gonna try and do the same thing we've seen all over again, right? David Howard Thornton is starring in this film as Steamboat Willie. Screamboat says a late night boat ride in New York City becomes a struggle of survival when a seemingly harmless mouse transforms into a dangerous monster. Passengers must fight to stay alive. This comes April 2nd. We'll see. Next week we have also Hell of a Summer. Hell of a Summer is the latest film from Finn Wolfhard, and it says Hell of a Summer follows 24-year-old camp counselor Jason Hochberg, played by Frederick Hitchinger, who arrives at Camp Pineway thinking his biggest problem is that he feels out of touch with his teenage coworkers. What he doesn't know is that a mass killer is lurking on the campgrounds, brutally picking counselors on by one. Now, this hasn't gotten the craziest reviews out there, right? Like, people aren't really raving or like going out and saying, yes, this is the movie to watch, but it looks interesting. I'm not going to go out and watch it right away, I will tell you that. I'm going to step back and wait to hear a little bit more. But next one up on the list is going to be Sinners, the new Ryan Coogler film that I'm kind of hesitant about as well. So this is directed by Ryan Coogler, stars Michael B. Jordan, Haley Stanfield, Jack O'Connell. It says, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers played by Michael B. Jordan return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. So vampires, Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, all the things to make it a great film, but I'm still nervous. April 18th also has The Ugly Stepsister, which has gotten rave reviews out of Sundance. This is a film that I think the trailer was interesting. It's a little bit copying the substance, in my opinion. And you can't blame people. They want to market their movie and people to come and watch it. I've heard that the marketing for this is kind of odd compared to how the movie really is from people that watched it at Sundance. Nonetheless, I am there, and it says, in a twisted evil take on Cinderella, The Ugly Stepsister follows Elvira as she battles to compete with her insanely beautiful stepsister in a fairy tale kingdom where beauty is a brutal business. Elvira will go to any lengths to catch the prince's eye. The Ugly Stepsister is the gory tale of blood, sweat, grit, and gold that goes into making Elvira the belle of the ball. Ooh, I'm interested. Trailer looks great. April 25th, we get Until Dawn. Until Dawn has been a movie I've been anticipating. I hope it's great. Let's read and see what we have here. But David F. Sandberg directing should be great. We'll see. 1 year after her sister Melanie mysteriously disappeared, Clover and her friends head into the remote valley where she vanished in search of answers. Exploring an abandoned visitor center, they find themselves stalked by a mass killer, horrifically murdered one by one, only to wake up and find themselves back at the beginning of the same evening. Trapped in the valley, they're forced to relive the night again and again, only each time the killer threat is different, each more terrifying than the last. Hope dwindling, the group soon realize they have a limited number of deaths left, and the only way to escape is to survive until dawn. So they kind of are changing up the Until Dawn video game, and I'm okay with that. I didn't want the same old, but we'll see. Next one is Clown in the Cornfield. I already watched this at South by Southwest, and I will tell you it is worth checking out. This is a movie that is based on the book of the same name, and it says Quinn and her father have just moved to the quiet town of Kettle Springs, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, she discovers a fractured community that has fallen on hard times after the treasured Bay Pen corn syrup factory burned down. As the locals bicker amongst themselves and tensions boil over, a sinister, grinning figure emerges from the cornfields to cleanse the town of its burdens, one bloody victim at a time. Welcome to Kettle Springs. The real fun starts when Friendly the Clown comes out to play. I watched this already, and I will have a review for you out next week. Very excited to hear more thoughts on everybody about this film right here. We also have Final Destination Bloodlines opening up May 16th. Tony Todd is in this in his final role, I believe, and honestly, RIP to such a giant in the horror sphere. It says the newest chapter in New Line Cinema's bloody successful franchise takes audience back to the very beginning of Death's twisted sense of justice. Plagued by a recurrent violent nightmare, college student Stephanie heads home to track down the one person who might be able to break the cycle and save her family from the grisly demise that inevitably awaits all. I don't know. I'm excited. I was a fan of these growing up, and I'm a fan still today. Next up is going to be the film Bring Her Back, which is directed by Michael and Danny Philippou, otherwise known as Raka Raka. I believe there's a trailer for this coming out this week. I believe it says a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. There's a teaser out. I've already made a breakdown of what the film's about if you want to go check that out. But I am excited. So we shall see. Next one up on the list has been a film I've talked about before. I believe I only talked about that on TikTok, but this is a film called Rosario. Wall Street stockbroker Rosario Fuentes returns to her grandmother's apartment after her sudden death. While sorting through her grandmother's belongings, Rosario uncovers a horrifying secret, a hidden chamber filled with occult artifacts tied to the dark generational rituals. As supernatural occurrences plague her, Rosario must confront her family buried secrets and face the truth about the sacrifices and choices they made. Looks interesting, and I'm excited to see what this will be, so we shall. So next up on the list is going to be the film 20 Years Later. This is a film that I'm definitely having a video prepared soon, so stay tuned. But this is going to be the follow-up to, of course, the 28 franchise from Danny Boyle and Cillian Murphy, starting it all the way back then. Then 28 weeks later came out. This says Academy Award-winning director Danny Boyle and Academy Award-nominated writer Alex Garland reunite for 28 years later. Terrifying story set in the world created by 28 days later. It's been almost 3 decades since the rage virus escaped a biological weapons laboratory, and now, still in a ruthlessly enforced quarantine, some have found ways to exist amidst the infected. One such group, survivors, live on a small island connected to the mainland by a single, heavily defended causeway. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the dark heart of the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors as well. Really, really great summer film right here. Megan 2.0 is the next film right here. So this is the film that is taking place years after Megan, which I thought was a great film. And it says a marvel of artificial intelligence, Megan, went rogue, embarked on a murderous and impeccably choreographed rampage, and subsequently destroyed. Megan's creator, Gemma, played by Allison Williams, has become a high-profile author and advocate for government oversight of AI. Meanwhile, Gemma's niece, Katie, played by Violet McGraw, now 14, has become a teenager, rebelling against Gemma's overprotective rules. Unbeknownst to them, the underlying tech for Megan has been stolen, misused by a powerful defense contractor to create a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, and it says the ultimate killer infiltration spy. But as Amelia's self-awareness increases, she becomes decidedly less interested in taking orders from humans or in keeping them around. With the future of human existence on the line, Gemma realizes that the only option is to resurrect Megan and give her a few upgrades, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. As their paths collide, the original AI bitch is about to meet her match. I'm here for it. Next one is going to be the film I Know What You Did Last Summer. We don't know much about this one just yet, and I'm here for it. I was a big fan of the original. Let's see what they do next. And the last film I want to talk, we're just talking for mostly April till like the end of the summer in August. We'll do a fall movie, like horror movies I'm anticipating as well video. But the last is going to be Together, which I also watched at South by Southwest, a film that got a ton of praise at Sundance. Michael Shanks directs this with Dave Franco, Alison Brie starring, and it says years into their relationship, Tim and Millie, played by Dave Franco and Alison Brie, find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, abandoning all that is familiar in their lives except each other. With tensions already flaring, a nightmarish encounter with a mysterious unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. Body horror? Check. Comedy? Check. Horror? Check. but love is the ultimate check here. Really love this. Such a sweet film. But those are the summer movies I'm excited for in terms of horror. I will do another video with more of a wider range of movies because there's a ton out there. Whoever said movies are dead or all of that, you got to watch some more movies or listen to us over here because we got a ton of recommendations for you. But let me know which of these horror movies you're most excited for and which are you most looking forward to and which are you just like, I just don't know about this one, but I'll give it a chance. Let me know in the comments down below. Follow us from all the things you love. We got a ton of things coming. Death of a Unicorn review tomorrow, Working Man review tomorrow, Final Destination, and a ton of other things coming for you your way. It was a slow day today, but I tried to like recoup and work on other things. We're working on a short film, and that's something we're trying to get done as well, which I'll have more on that pretty soon, so stay tuned. Follow us wherever you can. I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.